through with it. But I can tell you this one thing. If in my spirit, if I am talking about it, somebody going through it. And if you're going through it, then evidently God wants you to know, don't fret about it. Fret not thyself because of. So, but don't even do it. Just cause us to fret. And you don't have to testify to it already. I know.
Yes, Lord.
They cause us to fret sometimes.
Yes, Lord.
Somebody say, well, I've been there. They cause me to fret sometimes. I want to know why they do like they can never say. And the scripture tells us, the 73rd Psalm tells us about it. It tells us about it. All we got to do sometimes, position ourselves. Walk in the Word. Walk in the Word. Walk in it. Walk in it. Walk in it. Because it tells us about a lot of things that we really don't know. And sometimes some things we can read and we still don't quite understand at all. But at the same time, God is.
Yes, He is.
My refuge.
Yes, He is.
He's my rock, my sword, my shield. He's my protector. So we got to make sure that we understand. Did you finish reading that scripture, Sister Ben?
No, just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you.
I believe that right there. Just as God was with Moses, He said, I'll be with you, Joshua. And I believe God is saying to me and you today, as I was with Moses, with Abraham, with Joshua, and all of the children of Israel, He said, I'll be with you too. But we got to understand one thing. God demanded something from Israel if He was going to be with them. Our problem is that we can't see. God promised Israel that He was going to restore them. Even in the midst of all, but some of them, all Israel will not be saved. It's like all baptized believers at the present time most likely won't be saved. But because you got to walk in the Word. Turn to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, and verse number 10. And that was some discussion about Rahab this morning. I want y'all to understand something about the Bible. I don't have all of the understanding, but I do think that we ought to keep some things in mind. God uses sinners to protect His people when He has to. Rahab was a sinner. Had nothing to do about God at all except she heard a testimony. And Paul wrote in his writing to the Hebrews because I believe the scripture made it clear in Joshua that the woman had some faith. She said, she believed in the God of Israel. Not that she was living the God of Israel. But when they told her, when she hid them, she was putting her faith into action. I don't think that it would just walk in and then she recognized them just like that. I believe that there had to be a cross somewhere, another conversation or something had to be. But let me tell you this. I think somebody said that they must have dressed so that nobody could identify them. Somewhere or another, that woman identified them. We should be identified. Somewhere or another, that woman identified them. And when she identified them, she knew, here comes the God of Israel checking us out. Those are my words. They're checking us out. The message had already spread throughout Jericho. If it had not been, the king of Jericho would not have been out there trying to find out where they were. And maybe he was going to get rid of them before, but they just realized that they wasn't going to stop God. You can't stop God. Nobody can put God's plan at an end. Only God can do that. So they were going to try, but her faith was very important that they understand.